How's it going? This is Hoiman. Today we're taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Bouken Red figure. So the front has a nice illustration of a cutout on the figure, and then you have a nice window display to see the figure and everything that he comes with. And then the same for the top, you can see into there. You can see a bit more from the side. Then the side you just have a nice name. And in the back, you have nice illustrations of the figure and showing what he comes with. And then down here, you have some Japanese legal stuff. And to open the box, you just simply lift open the side flap and pull out the figure like so. So first, you do get some instructions showing what the figure comes with and how to operate the accessories. Very self-explanatory. And then to open the figure, you just lift open the front cover. And there we have the figure all together with its accessories. So here's the actual figure itself, and it's a simple sculpt, but it's actually very nicely sculpted and is really accurate to the actual design from the show. So you can see all the creases and folds in the uniform to really add some realism to it. So you can see some folds in the creases and then the folds in the boots as well. Just really accurate portrayal of the character. And then the helmet itself is really nicely sculpted. Looks just like it does in the show. And then the red has a nice glossy finish. The glossy black visor, and then you have the transparent part in there to bring out the lights, so it just looks really nice overall. And then the main body itself, all the reds in a nice matte finish, same for the white, whereas the silver parts are a nice metallic finish, and it's just a nice contrast overall. And you have the logo on the chest as well, which is really nice and clean. Don't really spot any paint defects. And then for articulation, the neck is on a double ball joint, but for whatever reason, this bottom joint doesn't really like to move, so you can only look barely down, so it can't really go forward at all, but you can look up just slightly, and then you can tilt his head side to side and also twist. And then the shoulders is on a ball joint, which has a separate piece that cups around, so you can move that around however you want, but it is slightly restricted due to the sculpt of the torso, so you can't really bring his arm forward or anything. But there is a hinge, so you can bring his arm out to the side, also go forward and back, and then there's the swivel as well. But it does break the colour sculpt a bit. He's got double jointed elbows, which get slightly over 90-degree bend. And then he's got ball jointed wrists. And then for the torso, he's got double ball jointed, so he can lean forward not a whole lot due to the sculpt. He can lean back quite a bit, but it does break the sculpt. And then you can lean side to side and also twist. And this is one of my main problems with the figure, is that because of the white, it does tend to have color bleed when you move the torso. So you can see how it's got a bit of a dent and there's a bit of red transfer from the red underneath. So that's my main problem with the figure. There'll be another problem later as well, which is in the thighs. So as you move the thigh around, you can see how it starts to transfer red, and you can just smudge it off. It's not like permanent, but it's just as you're posing the figure, it can just easily transfer the red just because it rubs against the red plastic in there. So that's my main gripe with the figure. But at least you can still rub it off, so it doesn't pose too much of a problem. So as already shown, for the hips, it's on a pull down method. So you can pull down the hip then kick all the way out to the side, really kick forward, kick back, and they can also swivel as well. Got double jointed knees, a lot of range, but it is a bit unfortunate that the joint itself isn't in two colors, so it does kind of break the color sculpt a bit. And that's the same for the elbow joints as well. And then for the ankles, it's on the ball joints, he can pull down, pull back his foot that much, go forward that much. He can swivel as well as twist, and he's got the toe joint. So he's got all the articulation you'd expect a Figuarts figure to have, but due to the sculpt in some areas like the torso, he's not really able to get much articulation there. Same for the neck. And then like I already mentioned, he can easily transfer the red onto the white paint, so it's a bit unfortunate, but at least you can rub it off, so shouldn't be too much of a problem overall. And this piece is on a swivel as well. Well, that's the figure. Let's take a look at the accessories. For accessories, the figure comes with a pair of fists, which come on default in the packaging. Comes with a left finger snapping hand, pair of hands to hold his weapon, pair of hands to hold his gun, 2 hands to hold his lance, and 2 open palmed hands. He also comes with his morpher, which is nicely sculpted, nice metallic silver, and then this simply just plugs into the back of his belt, like so. He also comes with a morpher which is opened, so you can see all the details and the buttons. Then he also comes with the same morpher but with the panel out to the side. He comes with his gun, which is nicely sculpted, lots of detail. It has the peg so that you can peg it into his belt, like so. And he also comes with another gun, but this time it doesn't have the peg. And then he comes with the sword, which is again nicely sculpted, lots of detail. And then he comes with a lance, which doesn't have the blade, but it does have hinges so you can move, so you can open up the claw. And then he comes with another lance, which has the blade out, and these parts can't be moved, so it's one solid piece. And then he also comes with the shovel, which has a lot of detail, nice paintwork. And then this piece is on a hinge, and then the handle is on a swivel as well, so that it can transform. And this is mainly to be held by S.H.Figuarts Red. So he does also come with a pair of hands for S.H.Figuarts Red to hold the shovel. So my final thoughts are, if you're a huge fan of this character or the show, then I highly recommend this figure. But because of the limited articulation in the torso, neck, and then the easy red transfer to the white paint, it can be a bit of a put off for some people. But again, he does retain all the articulation you'd expect, comes with good a range of accessories, and is overall a nice looking figure. So if you're a fan, then I can still recommend this figure. But that's my review. Thank you for watching and enjoy some pictures.